안녕하세요. 저는 말레이시아에서 온 양이한입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. So this was the first Korean greeting I have learned in the Language Institute. How time flies. I have been in Korea for 4.5 years now. Currently, I'm a final student in architectural engineering. At the same time, I'm taking a master course in convergence engineering for future city. I think even for the next 5 years to come, I will still greet people using the same sentence. Nonetheless, a lot of things have changed compared to my first year here, and I would like to think that I have grown out and a little more successful than before. I still remember the day I first arrived at Incheon Airport. It was so exciting, and I was very passionate about the path that lies ahead of me. Naively, I was confident that I'm not going to be homesick, the studies are going to be fun, and I will not have to worry about the finance as I'm here under scholarship. Everything that awaits is the wonderful abroad life. However, things were not as smooth sailing. Let's be honest, if anything was going too smooth, something is wrong. I faced challenges in academic. I was terrified of taking the first move to approach Korean. I was lost in this new environment. The first challenge for me would be the language barrier. Unlike exchange students, I was here as an international student. Hence, taking lectures in Korean are unavoidable. Especially in my major, more than half of the subjects are delivered in Korean language. Then it hit me. Oh, this is what people mean by language barrier. For example, a 200 words paragraph. For most Koreans, they would only need 30 seconds to read it. But I will take a few minutes, and worse, I will not 100% understand what it means. And gradually, after a few months of studying in Korean, then one day I realized, I prefer to use Korean instead of English in some situations, especially when reading a simple passage. I found that each Korean word has its own pronunciation, and the Korean grammar is somewhat more direct and simpler than English grammar. After learning Korean for a few years, now I can read Korean faster than English as long as the sentence is not a mouthful. The only thing we can do to deal with this is to learn as we go. There are no tips, no shortcut. Instead, we have to grow, accustom ourselves to this environment. Learning the language is the best tool and gateway to understand their culture, and trust me, you will find it very interesting. And one of the best things I ever did in SKK was joining a club. It was an academic club. The members will host a seminar every week. We will discuss about the social science, the human rights, political problems, social issues, and some historical events. Honestly, I'm grateful that they didn't kick me out of the club halfway because I had almost zero knowledge about these topics. That was the place where I further trained my Korean speaking and listening skill. For those who had learned or are learning a new language will know, no matter how much we learn in class, practical is totally different. My Korean expression was so awkward and unclear. Perhaps now I had become better. Some of you might have heard about the 888 rule, 8 hours for work, then 8 hours for any activity you like, and 8 hours for sleep. Sounds simple and easy. In fact, it really is. Spend the first 8 hours on your study, finish all the assignments, prepare for the coming presentation, the review today's lecture content, and preview tomorrow's lesson. Then the second block of 8 hours is the time for you to slow yourself down. Relax, pursue your hobby, discover and increase your own value. The last 8 hours, of course, is a time for you to get plenty of sleep. To summarize, the first 8 hours is time for you to do anything you are asked or assigned to. Then, the second 8 hours is for doing any activity that you want to. The last 8 hours is time for slumber, which we all have to. For sure, we are not going to exactly follow the 888 rules down to the second. Remember, the time is yours. The life is also yours. We all know that what we need to do and what we have to do. Just maybe sometimes we really do need to put all the stuff we organize or schedule. Hence, the 888 rule is useful as a guideline. I told my friends that I was preparing for today's talk. Most of them gave me the same response. Apart from academics, what have I done to tell others that I am successful? From others' point of view, perhaps I am a passive and inactive nerd. I don't play sports, and I don't take part in many curricular activities. But what is the definition of success? It is different for everybody. You could perhaps say that success is having financial stability, or achieving your dreams, or getting married. But for me, as long as I am doing the things that I am passionate about, I will consider that as a win in my book. But success does not come without failures. My dream was to become a dentist, but I'm here studying architecture engineering. If I was to pursue and be stubborn in chasing my dream to be a dentist, I would not have get to know about this course and learn about the wonderful things in construction management and fallen in love so much that I have decided to continue the studying master in SKKU. Sure, in some sense, I have failed in achieving one of my dreams, but that's okay. I'm pursuing what I love and I'm having lots of fun. And I'm going to continue having lots of fun. That's not successful enough for me. I often refer success to an analogy of designing a house. You can use circular columns or rectangular columns. Some might prefer clay bricks, while others sandlike bricks. And you should be the one designing it based on your own preference and liking. To take caution, rebuilding and remodeling is not a simple process. So think of it wisely. What kind of house would you like to live in? Thank you.